Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X AEV Edition. Before we get into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for David. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood of the AT4X, we have a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 14 around town and then 17 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see it's flat there in the center and then kind of raises up on either side, which I think looks really cool. We have GMC's signature daytime running lights with the LED headlamps, and then look at the coloration here with the grille. Got the GMC logo front and center, and then notice we have a little AT4X badge down below. Now we've got some fog light action here in the bumper. Look at the recovery point there, by the way, super aggressive with that. Anyways, AEV right there, but then there's another bigger AEV logo. Notice it still has parking sensors integrated. Now we've got 11.2 inches of ground clearance, which is a big improvement over the previous year's AT4X, and just look how aggressive that whole setup is there at the bottom. But anyways, putting this all together, this truck just looks killer. This is how the AT4X should have looked from the start. Coming around the side here, tire and wheel setup is 275, 70, 18 in the front and over in the rear as well. So these are 33s just like the ZR2, but look at the wheels we have with this AEV edition. These look super sweet with the truck. And then just like the regular AT4X, we still have the 2-inch suspension lift from the factory. And then you guys can see with the fender flares, so those are a little bit different. 6.2L badge, AT4X badge down below. And then notice we've got protection here on the side. Still have leaf springs here in the back. And then you guys can see we've got the Multimatic shocks with this package. They're also up front as well. So taking a few steps back and looking at the side profile of this truck, it looks absolutely fantastic. Again, I feel like those wheels like just really help out with making everything just pop a little bit more. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock function, our lock function, remote start, the drop down for the tailgate, and we've got the GMC logo there in the back. So popping into the bed, first off, we have a payload capacity of 1,006 pounds with this specific truck. Notice it says AT4X there, and then you guys can see we've got the LED bed lights here. We have a full outlet as well, and then this one actually has the multi-pro setup with the kicker sound system built in, so this thing is like all decked out. Now getting the tailgate up, it does take a little bit of muscle, but you just basically do a big curl and put it in place. Now here are the tail lights on the AT4X. Notice how this actually has some, looks like vinyl on it from the factory, so that kind of makes it pop out a little bit more. AEV here on the other side, and then you guys can see here with the rear bumper, boron steel. I mean, stuff is super heavy duty. Again, look at the recovery point here on the back. By the way, towing capacity is 8,700 pounds for this truck, and we actually have a full-size spare underneath, so I think it's important. And then you guys can see the high clearance exhaust tips there. That's why they don't poke out the bottom, or rather they do poke out the bottom, they don't poke out the back. Anyways, that is the rest of the rear. Let me know what you think about the changes. I will say it's kind of funny that the exhaust tips poke out like very prominently with this bumper because it doesn't cover it up like the stock bumper. Now here's the door panel in the rear. Look at the wood trim here and then the cross-stitch design down below. Just absolutely beautiful. Then we got the Bose sound system, some speakers there for it. And then here are the seats, really nice piping. We still have the behind the seat storage. And then look at the design there in the center. Really cool looking. And then we got the under seat storage as well. Legroom here in the back is actually really good. We got a little storage pocket, some cup holders here, heated seats. We've got some USB action with some vents. And then headroom back here is also really good. And we've got a cup holder armrest. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the wood trim, and then look at all of the leather trim, the cross-stitching design. All of our window controls front two are automatic. You've got your mirror adjustments. Notice AT4X right there, memory seats, another speaker for the Bose sound system, and there is blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. We've got AEV here in the headrest, and then you can see AT4X down below, and then look at the design down the center. It does have the massage function, which is pretty cool. AT4X yet again. And then notice got a parking brake right here. This is for the heads-up display up above. Steering wheel is power adjustable. And then this is our drive mode select with your tow haul mode select, your drive line select. It does have 4-wheel auto as well as 4-wheel high. And then you guys can see we've got our regular light control. So here is our steering wheel for this AT4X. You guys can see really nice leather trim all around. You've got the stitching that matches the stitching on the seats there in the center. Paddle shifters for the 10-speed automatic. Radio controls below the paddle shifters. You notice the heat steering wheel button is actually on the steering wheel, which is pretty cool. We have our adaptive cruise control, controls for the center stack, and of course our turn signal / windshield wiper stock. Now here is our center gauge cluster. You can see it's a full digital gauge cluster with this truck. And the cool part here is off to the side. Notice when I change the drive modes, you've got the off-road mode and the terrain mode. It'll actually give us an animation. So if you guys are wondering, off-road is for like your normal high-speed off-roading, and then terrain is for like your rock crawling. That's where you can access the one-pedal drive. There is also the tow haul mode as well. Now this still has the AT4X's 360 camera system, so you can see out of every single angle. But when you look at those wheel shots, you're looking at your cool AEV Edition wheels that you can just dance there with on camera. Anyways, now as for the rest of the infotainment system, first off we got our home screen button here and then also down there as well. But shortcut bar, the main screen responds really well. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then you have the little side screen right there. Giant engine stop start button. We've got dual zone climate controls, heated and ventilated seats here up front. And then this is for your lane departure, parking sensors, auto stop start, tailgate drop down. You've got your hazard light stability control. That is your hill descent control. And then we have our rear locking differential, and then that locks both the front and the rear. It's electronic for the differentials if you guys are wondering, but it's cool that you can select it. Now here is the shifter for the 10-speed automatic. You got the trailer brake controls integrated just behind that. And then we got some cup holders here. And then look at the center console. Very cool looking. Wireless phone charging pad, by the way. But yeah, tons of storage space in here. Still have the very nice premium looking dash here at the top. And look at the trim down below. And then you got your regular glove box here. I like the finish there on the front. And then down below, another glove box. But yeah, very nice looking interior. Now we do have the rear view camera mirror, which I'm a huge fan of. And then we've got this for the power sliding rear window. And then we also have a regular sunroof here at the top. And then this won't come up on camera very well, but you do have a nice premium headliner. It's another thing with the AT4X is you get the nicer headliner. So there's a lot of glare, it's gonna be hard to see. Base price on this truck is $81,700. The AEV edition is almost $7,000 on top of that. After all options on this particular truck, $90,935, the total MSRP. So that means that if this truck is not sold by Monday next week, I will pop back in and I'll do a comparison with a Raptor, because this is the same price as a Gen 3 Raptor. Anyways, let's drive it. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, and hope we can see the heads-up display. Wash off the window a little bit. See, I forgot there was snow there, so you can see a little better. Anyways, blind spot running through both the mirrors, and you can see throughout the rest of the rear. And I just drove a Ford with a column shifter before this, so I'm like reaching for that. I'm not even supposed to be filming today, by the way. This is why I say I'm not doing anything until Monday. I was supposed to take today off because it's the weekend, and well, this truck came in, and I said, What's days off? What does that mean? What's time off? I don't understand. So here we are, folks. But anyways, let's see if this drives any different. I don't think it's going to drive any different from any other AT4X. You're just going to get the added benefit of cooler looks, and obviously, you know, added practicality with the fact that the approach angle is now better, the breakover angle is better with this truck, and the departure angle, and obviously extra ground clearance because of the bumpers and also because of the larger tires that this has. Now, I'm just gonna say this right now, I wanna see 35s on this. Why are we still rocking 33s? Like, don't get me wrong, 33s actually look really good on this truck, and I think it's more than enough tire, but the Raptor has 35s, so it'd be cool to see 35s on this as well. Woo! This thing's punchy. Wow, 6.2 V8, man, this thing moves. That is for sure. Still really comfortable suspension, and let's get a massage for the next little bit while I'm doing this review. So the Multimatic shocks, it's a multi-chamber system, and so it can not only handle high-speed off-roading very well, it can also handle low speed. and it makes it so that your on-road ride quality is solid, especially when you go over bumps. Like, it kind of erases a lot of the bumps. But summing things up, I think this truck looks great. It still drives like an AT4X, which the AT4X drives really well. And the thing that I really like about the AT4X over like the ZR2 is the interior is a lot nicer. And so we finally now have an AT4X that I would say is super solid when it comes to the off-roading stuff, because it has the bigger tires of the ZR2. It has more aggressive bumpers for more aggressive angles off-road. And so this really is like finally like the luxury ZR2 that it should have been from the start. Again, this is what the AT4X should have been from the start. And I'm okay that this wasn't the AT4X from the start, because now, like, you know, GM and obviously AEV's helped out with this, has made this possible. They've come in and they fixed it. So let me know what you guys think about this. And let me know if you'd get this or the Raptor. Like I said, if this truck is still available by Monday, then I'll come and do a comparison with this against a Raptor. But I'll see ya.